Hello, my name's Kaylee Horning, and I did my research on the technology guidelines that are inhibiting digital creativity within our classrooms. So since COVID-19 and our implementation of technology in our classrooms, whether or not you're considered to be a technological digital native or a digital immigrant, we've come to a point where we really are, as educators, implementing a ton of technology in our classrooms. As educators, we do a lot of PD hours, and for the most part, we really are doing a really great job implementing technology. And so, what I've at least experienced is that now that we're really invested in this movement of making sure we have all these new technological skills, and we're teaching our students how to grow those skills that they already have from just their home life and their early implementation of technology in their personal life. So, what we're finding is that now that we've done all this work and we're using this in our classrooms, we're starting to see how school districts are now kind of, in a way, inhibiting what type of technology we're using. Or there's really more processes that we have to go through as educators to maybe get approval or use this or show these new medias to our students. And so, as we're trying to, fully invest our students into these new programs, um, we're really at a standstill and we kind of have to rely on what's approved by our district. So, the reason for this is really the Education Section 2D law. Um, So what's happening is, of course, our school districts are really in it to ensure the safety of our students, which is always has to come first. So this law inhibits any unauthorized release of personal identifiable information, and that's really kind of the main reason that so many sites are blocked, or so many programs we don't have necessarily permission to use. Districts continue to maintain this safety. However, we kind of start to notice how um, there's programs that it's not necessarily doesn't mean they're not safe, is that school districts just don't really know about them yet or haven't done the research yet. And the time period to do all of that really stops us from being able to use that program thus far. So digital creativity in general, how I'm defining it in my project is it's the use and implementation of digital tools and technology in order to explore, create ideas, and discover new ways of displaying ideas, research, or work. A huge part of the use of technology, at least in my classroom, is where kind of like culminating projects where I'll have students, it could be make a Google slide or make a game or create something digitally that shows their learning and that they can maybe present and share with their peers. So, fostering student knowledge of technology is so important. Fostering any type of knowledge as educators is our job. It's what we do, it's what we love. So, that frustrating question, I guess, is really just how, you know, students have these amazing skills with technology already. They edit these amazing videos, they create these TikToks or these YouTube videos, right? And then they come to the classroom and they have all those skills, but we're chained to using programs like Flipgrid, which are great, but they really almost cap out, where it's okay, well, now my kids are comfortable with this, and I want to bring them further, but we don't have the programs approved to kind of go those steps further. So these goals are to implement familiar technology in your classroom, merge resources, and use student expertise. Oh, hey, I use this app on my phone, and I'm able to make these amazing videos, and then it's like, wow, let's try to use that in the classroom, but we can't because of X, Y, and Z, and the school district isn't approving it. Um, valuing student personal findings and saying, hey, I play this game and this would be great to use in a project, and the goal of being able to take that idea and actually it be feasible to do. So just digital platforms in the classroom that would be amazing. I have three examples here, and these are actually examples that we've talked about in our class, where our peers in the Mallet program are really kind of saying, "Oh, hey, I use this," or "This would be a great example to implement in a classroom." We have these interactive simulators, augmented reality kind of iPad application programs, or 3D virtual worlds, which I know some of us have used in a previous class together. All of these things are great, and we're talking about them, and I want to take them immediately, and run and use them in my classroom. But it's always put to like that standstill of, oh, wait, I can't actually do that because we're not allowed to download on our computers. So we're always kind of running into that issue, and that's kind of where, as a digital savvy educator, is where I'm really, I want to put my focus in, because I want to keep moving forward with technology. And so when we do implement these amazing uses and new medias, um, student factors are being activated, behaviorally, cognitively, emotionally. All of these are kind of all put together, and it's just, there's a new level of learning that we need to continue, and we need to move forward. And so as educators, we're doing an awesome job, but it's just kind of coming together and saying, well, how do we get to a point where we're, you know safety is a huge, we're making sure we're maintaining safety for our students, but it's not inhibiting the use of these amazing programs, because it's not just one or two. It's really, there's just, I know, across the board, for a lot of school districts, these are huge issues where just we're not getting that approval. So these are educators in general, are we're these this is a new obstacle. Not only were we thrown the obstacle of, hey, we have to implement technology and be virtual, and which was a whirlwind. But now, just to kind of find a technology you love and bring it to your classroom, it's like this huge, lengthy process. Um, a lot of the time, we're able to, get approval and put in a request in, but the time that takes, to allow your school district time to, research it, approve it, make sure it works, and then implement it in your room. I know a lot of us kind of are like, "Oh, that'd be great for this project," and we get to a point where, you run out of time, and it's past that time of use, where it's really most valuable. So in all, as technology and medias continue to grow, it's just really crucial that we adapt our processes. Of course, safety comes first, and we know that. And as educators, of course, we want that for our students, but we really need to display a sense of urgency, um, to allow this global digitalization, and to make sure that we are actively, implementing new programs district wide, statewide, and making sure that, we're not just kind of giving two choices out for, a certain reading program, or where, these medias are coming out so frequently that there really has to be this turnaround to make sure that we're cohesively adapting, with our students, and growing with them as well. So I hope you enjoyed and you can relate to this. research and you find some value um, in my paper as well. So thank you so much, and it was great working with all of you this semester. Um, Thanks.